So Sonic Superstars came out today, and unfortunately we couldn't get our street date broken, but we got it on time, and it was a lot of fun. We want to talk a little bit about it. So initially I had my reservations about this game because it wasn't being made by the Mania guys, and I have a lot of loyalty towards them personally. When I saw that Naoto Oshima, the creator of Sonic himself and who directed Sonic CD, which is my favorite game in the franchise, was taking over, I was still hesitant, because his company Arzest did work on Balan Wonderland, Wonderworld, whatever it's called, and that game's not that good, and I'm being generous. However, my fears were quashed when I actually got my hands on the game, started playing. It plays very, very well. If you're a fan of those original games in Mania, you're gonna love this one. It plays like it should. The jump does feel like a little bit different, not in a bad way or anything, but it does feel like you have like a little bit more sort of hop and push on the jump, which maybe I'm just not remembering the physics correctly or something, but it feels like a little bit different, and I think that's because you're going to be hopping all over the place in this game. Of course you have your standard left to right level design, but you're going to be jumping up to get to the higher parts of the level, or you're going to be even going from right to left sometimes. It mixes up the Genesis style platforming in a very unique way. On top of that, you get to play as the four characters, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy. They all play how you expect, everyone feels great, all their gimmicks are intact, and they play just fine. I can't say the same for Sonic Frontiers. I didn't beat the whole game yet, I plan on playing the rest of it and streaming it, but from what I've played, the level design is really good. They don't really hone in too much on past tropes. I mean, they kind of do, but let's be a little bit realistic. With these 2D games, there's going to be a limit to the uniqueness of the stages. I think they did a really good job so far. I also really like the Chaos Emerald powers. I think these things are cool, and they're different from the Wisp power-ups from the previous games, which I've always been like kind of so-so on, because I felt like you had to use them way too much. Here, the Emerald powers feel really like a supplement to the game, rather than they're forcing them on you and you have to use it. If anything, they're just a cool, unique way to traverse through the levels. The game is pretty generous by telling you in certain points, hey, you can use them here, you could use them there. I think it's a really cool system. In addition to that, you get the emeralds and other medals through these special stages, which are very, very well designed. They play well too, from the Sonic 1 style bonus stages, which this is the best they've ever felt, by the way. I hate these turning maze stages usually, but here it's done really well. It controls very nicely. And yes, of course, it gets harder as you keep playing, but it's not frustrating. It's never gonna get you really too angry. In the special stages themselves, you're swinging, you're trying to get to the emerald. It gets really challenging, but it's cool. It's a very unique thing rather than just having a half pipe again. The game overall is very solid, and there's only one gripe I have with it, and that is that when I heard that boss theme in the game, I thought they had stolen it from Sonic 4. It has that snare drum sound, that Sonic 1 snare drum hit sound. There's nothing wrong with it, but it feels like we're taking a step back, especially when we have the amazing music of Sonic Mania, which felt like such a leap. But that's really about it. I can't say much more than that. This is my sort of initial impression after playing it the first day. I'm loving it, I'm having fun, and the music thing is kind of whatever, but the gameplay is solid, the mechanics are very good. You got the 4 playable characters, the Chaos Emerald powers, which mix up the gameplay and make things more fun. It encourages replayability. The medals that I mentioned, you can get those and buy things in the shop. I mean, I'm not really going to go crazy with this customization, this robot thing. I mean, it's cool to have it there. At the end of the day, it's cool. It's an extra thing to go for. I think it's fun. But I'm curious to hear what you all think of it. I haven't read many reviews because, let's be honest, a lot of major game outlets, they don't get Sonic games. I think Sonic games more than anything, the fan base, the true fans, they get what makes a good Sonic game. So I'm curious, like I said, please let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks again for watching Power Star Japan. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.